Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again I'm here with Landon with Prestige Custom Builders. School's starting.
Yep.
For some kids, I think a few might have been back already, but a lot of them are going back next week if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk about something that's dear to your heart that you get involved with, whether it's a community event or just Prestige Custom Builders and your family. Let's talk about backpacks.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit, because your kids are really involved in it.
They are. You know, it's a family ordeal for us, and it's something that we take a lot of pride in. We've always said kids are dear to our heart, and you know, kids don't get a choice in their situation, adults do. So, do we do some things to help adults? Sure. But I'm more kid focused because that's our future, and like I said, they don't always get the option. They don't have the financing and the money to be able to go and do to buy themselves new things if they need them. So we started looking at that probably 4 years ago, and we started thinking of like different ways that we could help kids get back to school. My sister is a 30+ year teacher back in Livingston, my hometown, and it's one of those things, if I hear stories from her and from other teachers that I know as well, that, you know, kids that show up unprepared with school supplies, kids that show up, you know, and they don't have the correct backpack or lunch kit and different things like that. And not to say that you have to have those things, but it sure makes a kid proud whenever he gets to walk into school with that sense of
confidence.
Confidence. I think that's a perfect word, is confidence. And so what we do is we go out every year and we do, for the Crystal Beach schools, we do 5 boys and 5 girls. We fill them full of all their school supplies. And we started doing this the first year, and I think it was, I went and did it myself. And came back home and had the kids help me kind of stuff them. Second year, me and my wife went and did it, and we came back home and the kids did it again. But the third year I took the kids with me. And you know, the first year I would say that like I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I was just kind of just grabbing as I went, right? Second year we were a little bit more prepared. We had more of a shopping list of what they needed with multiple carts. The third year we had 2 to 3 buggies, and I mean, these things were loaded to the gills. And my kids really got into it because they were going around picking out, you know, the backpacks. My daughter was picking out the backpack for the girls of what she would have wanted when she was, you know, in elementary school or lower grade levels. My son doing the same thing. And so the kids really got some really, I'm gonna say, cooler backpacks when my kids got involved than when I got involved, because I just bought 5 of the same ones because it really didn't dawn on me that somebody would want a Mario backpack or a Ninja Turtle backpack or a Barbie backpack. So we looked at it from that perspective, but it's just a way for us to really give back to our community and make sure that those kids know that they mean something to someone.
Right.
They have a community that wants them to be successful and stands behind them and believes in what they're doing, and we want them to continue to grow and not feel like just because they may not have, you know, the newest clothes or the newest shoes or this or that there's people here in this area that are willing to help. And you know, we do it down here. We've done it back in the Beaumont area in Hampshire Fannett community where we live. You know, it's one of those deals. It's just about giving back, and it's one of those things that, you know, there's so many different ways to give back down here. There's golf cart runs and Crab Fest and different things like that. And this is just an individual way for Prestige to be able to sit there and say, hey, you guys do mean something to us, and we want you to have these things.
Right.
We want you to go to school prepared, because confidence, like you said, I mean, when you can walk in that building and you've got that new backpack on and you've got all your school supplies and you're ready to learn, versus showing up and you don't have all your school supplies, so you're kind of waiting for the teacher to say, hey, bring all your red folders up here, and then you don't get to go and bring them, or your glue sticks, or whatever the case, whatever item it is. No one wants to be that person who doesn't have it. So we want to make sure that we do our part, making sure that they don't have to be that. They can go up there with confidence and know that, hey, I've got everything I need. Here it is right here. You know, mom and dad got this for me. Whoever got this for me, it doesn't matter, but I've got it, and here it is. And so I think that goes a long way in instilling to those kids that, you know, again, the community stands behind them.
Real quick, what do your kids think about it? What do they get out of it? Have you seen a change
Absolutely.
in their stuff, in
So-
their attitudes? And
So I'll go back
what
to my
they do?
son. My son used to do, like, let's just say birthday parties and stuff like that. You know, we would buy, like my nephew, we'd buy him his gift or whatever, and we'd have, but he would go into his room and he would pull out things out of his room that they would play with or that he wanted to give him, and he would individually
It
wrap
was
those out.
personal
It was
then.
personal at that point. And that's what it becomes for them on this, even though they don't know the kids that these items go to.
They know that kid's going to be happy because they
Absolutely.
picked out the backpack.
Absolutely.
They
And-
picked
and
out
they,
everything.
They take a little
for
bit
him.
of pride in that as well, and they want to make sure that this kid, you know, he or she knows that they're getting things that somebody else already put some thought into.
Right.
It's not just a go and just swoop everything off the shelf.
Right.
No, we're going to go in there. We're going to
It's
pick
not
out.
a one size fits all.
No, and you know they, you know, they enjoy that aspect of it. They understand what it means. I've told them, you know, some of our stories when we were younger, and you know, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's a different generation, but it's the same thing. Whenever you were in school, when
Right.
I was in school, when anybody who's watching the show was in school, there was always that situation where there was a kid who was struggling to do this, and you know, we're just happy to be a part that we can actually
Give.
extend that olive branch and offer them something that maybe they don't have, you know, or need. And you know, it's just a way for us to give back to the community, and I feel like it's a great thing because it involves kids.
Kids. Great, great. Well, you know, there's a lot of programs out there, and you know, a lot of groups, community groups do stuff, but it's great when a business takes the bull by the horn and does it themselves in several areas, not just here or Hampshire. They also do scholarship work. And so, you know, Prestige isn't just about building, it's about community and being involved in it. And, you know, Landon's been with us now for 2+ years. And we've seen what they've done in the community and what they've got involved with. They don't just come down here, build a house and leave. They come down here and they're here. Spend a lot of weekends down here too.
I mean, people will say like, you know, do you live here? And I'm like, no, I don't live here, but I can guarantee you that I spend more time in Crystal Beach than I do anywhere else. I mean, you chalk up 8 to 10 hours a day down here during the day. Plus the weekends, plus whenever we come and stay during the week, or you know, there's some times where I come down here on a Sunday and just stay so that I can get started on Monday morning. It's one of those deals of we are all in this community, and there's nobody they can sit there and say, you know, hey, you're not local or something like that, because I can tell you I spent a lot of time and a lot of money down here, and it's one of those deals. We pay a lot of property tax on the properties that we own, so it's one of those deals of we're very local and we're very tied to this community. Well, I just, you know, it's one of those deals of, do I live in Fannett? Absolutely. Do I work here? Yes. This is home base. So
Great. Well, we're going to head on out. We'll be back next week with another show with Landon and Prestige Custom Builders. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Video equipment is sponsored by Crystal Beach Decor and More, located at 1959 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, and Beachy Beatnik Boutique and Jewelry, located at 970 Surfside and Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas. Thank you to these two businesses for being our 2025 video equipment sponsor for Bolivar Live.